Oh, hello there. I'm opening a Sprite. Zero sugar. Hell yeah. What's going on, my musty brothers? We're musty warriors, and, we do our thing, Welcome to the show, everybody. I need you. 'Cause I need you, and I want you crawling underneath my skin. So what's going on, my step bros, my biological brony step brothers? I know why you're here, and it's disgusting, gross. Cheers. But how we doing tonight? We're talking about your portfolio is so big. What do you do when your portfolio is just too big and you feel like you might be potentially overcompensating? I know that the moment I put $5 in my portfolio, I was immediately overcompensating for my dong size. And I immediately spent that on penny stocks. Just kidding on the penny stocks part of things. But no, I think my favorite investments are the ones that are the most stable and the ones where I'm not gambling. Gambling is bad. Just saying. It is Mussy Monday, even though it's Thursday, but it's always Mussy Monday here on the Michael Garza Show. Now, Step Bro, why is your portfolio so big? That's the question. To all of our Step Bros out there. Your portfolio is so big, Step Bro. All right, let's begin. Let's talk about... Oh man, I'm sorry. I can't help it. Just fucking chuckle. That's so funny. Welcome to the show, everybody. As we all know, this is where mussies go to die, but mussies grow to flourish. And may your mussy flourish with us on this day, today. One moment. No, baby, I love you well. Welcome to the show, everybody. We got the chats up, so it's Mussy Monday, even though it is Thursday. It's always a Mussy Monday here on this show. But what do you do when your portfolio gets too big? I think is the question. This is a big question. I think people get really overwhelmed when they see their portfolio get to the $20,000 range, the $30,000. What do you do? How do you proceed? Do you get greedy? Do you keep a little bit of a cash pile? What do you do when your portfolio gets too big? Well, I know what I would do. Well, I know what I like to do. First off, I'm always investing. Whether it's a bull market, whether it's a sideways market, just kind of whee, or whether it's a bear market. It doesn't matter. As long as I'm investing in great companies, as long as they're incredible, that's all that matters. Luis Fitosa says, Boya noite paz do Jesus. I don't know what you're saying, brother. I may have a Hispanic last name, and I'm 25% Mexican. But I don't know shit about Spanish. I could plug it into the translator, though. Just don't know. My bussy is the mussy, and I don't know why. I don't know why. I'm that kind of guy. 'Cause I don't know why. 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 I Make sure you guys simp. I'm going to create a poll real quick. Always got to create a poll here. We're creating this for the vertical stream. We're not creating the poll for the horizontal one, unfortunately. But this is the Mussy view that you're viewing on if you're viewing on the vertical. Give me one moment. I'm trying to think of a good poll topic. Give me one moment. This is going to be the greatest poll of all time. One moment. Still thinking about it. Give me 1 second, though. I love thinking about these polls. All right, I got the poll. I don't think you guys are ready for this poll, to be honest. Ooh. Let's see, Arian, Ryan, you know, Gaming says, "Yo, what's up, man? Want to lose weight? No cost-free trade. I'm good. I'm cool being a little bit chubby. I just gotta get buff. I just gotta start doing more of the good shit. Get a little buffer though every day. Free diet, hell yeah." Hey Stranger says, "Was it the addiction comment that made you switch up?" I don't know. Ever try addictions? They're awesome. I have no idea. No clue, but I will say this, though. The goal is Mussy Monday. We're talking about mussies, and we're talking about the bussies. All right, we're always about the mussy and the bussy on this. Blake Stapp says, "Hello. I got beat up at school yesterday." Man, I'm sorry you're getting beat up, brother. Definitely look, if you think your parents will handle it well, tell your parents. Talk to the school. The school should be able to help out in some way. I understand, like, it's tough because you feel like if you tell and they find out that you told, you feel like you might get beat up more. I get that. That's a scary thought. So Let's take a look at the poll real quick. So the poll asks, how big is your massive portfolio, Step Bro? Is it 5K plus, 10K plus, 15K plus, 20K plus? And by the way, this is great, man. Oh, hey, 5K plus, 10K plus. And hey, if you got like $100,000 portfolio, just pick the 20K plus, That way we all know who's got the biggest portfolio if we compare sizes with each other, The guy says that lesbians need to... Whoa, Jesus. What the hell? I did. Yeah, good job, man. Good job. Smart man. Well, I hope you're doing better, though. So a portfolio can be, honestly, anything. A portfolio is really a collection of something, right? Either people have art portfolios. In this case, I'm talking about a stock portfolio or just an investment portfolio in general. Like, how much gold do you got? How many stocks? What's your stock portfolio look like? What sort of companies are in the portfolio? It's really just a collection within a specific category. It's like kind of a categorized thing for the most part. So it's really a collection of things. For instance, if you have an art portfolio, you have maybe you might have your own personal art portfolio of drawings, and that is a portfolio. That's a collection of things. So, and I might be describing the concept of a portfolio slightly inaccurately, but that's okay. The whole goal of having a stock portfolio is, first off, my personal goal is to have it majorly diversified as it could possibly be. The more diversified, the better. Blake has a huge anime portfolio. Hell yeah, my man. Cheers. It's good to see everybody on the chat, by the way. Hell yeah. Make sure you guys like the video if you can. The more likes we have, the more notice we get as a not a company, but as a company, yeah, because this channel really is a company at the end of the day. Garza Media's, baby. Woo! That's where it's at. I'm put my microphone down just a bit. There we go. The autofocus on this camera, though, as much as I love this camera, it does tend to overheat a little bit. So, hold on. It's a little overheated at the moment, but that's okay. Fuck. See, Michael Gomez, did you get your box of hot dogs from Uncle Donald Trump? When last were you in the White House? Have him give you a big box. Well, hey, man, I am the White House. I liked Michael was the name of the kid that beat me up. Well, you're not supposed to tell him I was the kid. Jeez. You narc. Just kidding, by the way. Just kidding. No, I'm glad that you at least told the school. I really think that's smart of you, man. That really is a smart thing, dude. So, keep it up, brother. No, he did the right shit, man. He did the right stuff. I will admit, school was not a good time. I don't think it's a good time for a lot of people. But yeah, school sucks. It's forced association with people you don't want to be around. I get it. Ride says, what is the best stock to own when the inevitable global nuclear war happens? Well, I don't think it matters what you own at that point because most stuff's going to be annihilated, and I think it's going to be a rough ride. Let's see, though. But if global nuclear war does happen, well, I mean, we're all kind of screwed. He got ISS or in-school suspension. Oh, okay. That's smart, man. Hey, you gotta, I'm glad that you were able to get things squared away, man. I'm glad that you were able to talk to your parents, talk to the school about that. That's really smart, man. Hey, all for it. High five. No, it's okay, man. Hey, typos happen. I understood what you were trying to say, though. If it makes you feel better, hey, if you're typing on a phone, it's kind of tough to type on a phone, man. Brother, I get it. I get it. But you did the right thing, man. To all my sugar daddy bronies, don't forget to give me super chats. Also, no, it's okay. Don't even worry about the typos, brother. Rough Artist says, tips for somebody in the 30Ks, but no more funds to invest. Honestly, with the 30K portfolio, what you could try to do, and this is just my opinion and not financial advice, talk to a financial advisor, but depending on if it's all in a brokerage account and you have maximum freedom, I mean, you could do what I do, swing trade 20 to 25% of the portfolio. Not financial advice, by the way. Consult with a financial advisor before swing trading. Swing trading is a little easier than day trading because usually you're just kind of selling when a profit happens and you're not really tied down to a time frame. I'm not tied down to a time frame whenever I swing trade. So I swing trade a lot of indices, like index ETFs, basically. I'll swing trade SCHX. It's better than sex. SCHX. The Biddy. I love the Biddy. And I love the SBIT. Now, why do I swing trade those three specifically? Well, it's easy to keep track of when you designate three holdings specifically to a specific task. Well, that doesn't make sense to say it like that. But anyway, basically, whenever you designate ETFs, select ETFs to a specific task, you can know what you're doing with it, without a doubt. So I love swing trading. I love buying on the dip. There are certain ETFs that I will gladly buy on the dip and then sell at a profit. One, like I said, is the SCHX because during times of uncertainty, large cap companies tend to fare better than any other company in the market. So I will always take the large cap companies every time, any day of the week. Autocorrect is janky, bro. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. It could be a real pain in the booty. Let's see. Ride says, when I was in middle school, I made good money selling candy to other kids. That was what I knew about the huge profit margin selling other things. Smart though, man. Hey, sometimes it's fun to sell things to people. It's a good practice for sure. Blake Stab says, I'm saving up $50 for my mom's birthday to give to her. I also subbed. Hell yeah, dude. Congratulations, man. That's super cool. Smart move. Got $8? Hell yeah, man. Well, keep up the good work, man. Keep up the good work, brother. You know, honestly, though, I think no matter what amount of money you get, I think she's going to appreciate the effort. I think at the end of the day, effort's what really matters the most. And do you always reach your goals? You try your best. And I can understand wanting to beat yourself up, though. I get it. Like, you know, not in the way of like, but, you know, mentally. So here's what I think. It's cool that you got $8, though. Hey, you got to look at that as a start, brother. So wait, is your mom's birthday at least coming up? Hopefully, because if it is coming up in like a couple months, you know, you still got time to get whatever amount of money you got to get. Maybe you could do some work around the house or something like that. You know, maybe mow a neighbor's lawn, stuff like that. You know, just, you know, ask your parents, obviously, before doing that, but be smart about it. So do what you got to do, bud. Blake Stapp says, by the way, I got a new phone yesterday. Boo, yeah, dude. Boo. Get it, brother. What a beast, dude. Give it up for Blake, man. Give it up for Blake. Got till October. Oh, you got time. You got plenty of time. But, you know, I think it's cool that you're thinking. You're thinking with your noggin. I love it. Trying to think of anything else I could add to that, but really I got nothing. Just keep thinking the way you're thinking. You know, one thing I learned is find problems that need solutions. I think that's very helpful in a lot of ways, and that's something I like to do, at least. Find problems out there that need you as the solution. Or where you can either provide a service or you can create a product to solve that problem. That's the one thing I learned. Let's see. Oh, well, I'm going to say this, Blake. Please, for the love of God, I'm going to ask you this. If you do continue to watch my show, all I ask is this. Since you are in 6th grade, ask your parents' permission, all right? If just ask your parents' permission. We don't want people, you know, I didn't think about that. But this is not a child-friendly show. Now, you probably heard much worse at school. Fine. But if you can, obviously I can encourage things. So I'm going to encourage you to ask your parents' permission to watch the show. Have them watch my show first before watching the show. That's all I ask. Unless they've already given permission, then, you know, do your thing. Honestly, you already did? Okay, good. Smart kid. All right. Well, as long as you got your parents' permission, that's on them. But no, overall, this show is meant to educate and try to get people on the right path. And also, hopefully, make you guys laugh a little bit. Give out positive vibrational energy. Nah, this isn't a hippy-dippy channel. But I will say this, though. Overall, when it comes to investing, now, I do want to get back on the topic of big portfolios, all right? So, when you're looking at another man's portfolio, I had to say it like that. I have to say things in the gayest of ways. I swear I got a problem. But, okay, when you're looking at other portfolios, it's good to actually... So, one thing I would recommend is if you're just starting out in investing... What the hell? I think I fucked up my pen a little bit. Thank you, Blake. I appreciate it, partner. But, okay, I will say this. Overall, when you're trying to figure out what the best portfolio is, sometimes it's good to look at other portfolios. Like, for example, if you go onto Google and you look up, like, I don't know, or hell, even go on Instagram. Go on Instagram, go on Google, look up successful investors' portfolios, and you'll actually see, for the most part, what most successful investors are investing into long term. Like, where are they allocating their funds? Are they putting it into, are they putting into a select few companies? Are they diversified? It gives you a better idea. Sorry, guys. Gives you a better idea on how to proceed. It can be really smart. Can you recommend any free resources to learn trading? Honestly, I think most resources are garbage. Here's the thing about trading and swing trading and stuff. Swing trading's good if you are only allocating, and this is my opinion, by the way, not financial advice, but I think it's good to allocate 20 to 25% of your portfolio as strictly swing traded, as being swing traded. The rest of it should be a long-term investment portfolio. But it's funny because I designate 3 ETFs to specifically to swing trading, just so that way I can get a little extra money for the portfolio to put into longer-term investments. Now, I do get dividend income, blah, blah, blah. Now, I'm a pretty good free resource, but there are better people out there. I don't know who the best day traders or swing traders are, but if you're going to be trading, I will say this. I would rather you be a swing trader, because when you're swing trading, you don't have any real time limit. You're not bound by time. You're just bound by waiting for it to eventually rise when you buy into it. And that's the thing. Swing trading, there's no time, there's no deadline. Which, if you do day trading, you have a deadline. And you don't want to have a deadline. Deadlines are bad. Let's see. Blake Stapp says, I like how 4 people are watching and I'm the only one in chat, plus Rough Artist. Well, here's the thing, man. I notice a lot of people who view these videos, at least in the vertical stream, tend to be just silently watching, and that's okay. I mean, no, people don't have to participate. I just appreciate the fact that people want to watch my videos, because I really do want to spread some form of financial understanding to the world out there. I feel like it's just lacking so much, and anything I could do to help out the world and the mussies. Make sure you guys like the video and subscribe to the channel. Let's see what are the polls looking like. So we got 5 votes in the polls. How big is your massive portfolio, Step Bro? 5K plus, 10K plus. Okay, so 40% say 5K plus, and then 20% say 10K plus, and then somebody's in the 20%. No, not the 20%. They're in the 40%, 20K plus. Ooh. Now, actually, I probably should have put a wider stretch of numbers. For example, I probably should have put 5, 10, 50, and then 100. I can't really change the poll at this point, but we'll accept what the poll results are. Blake Stapp says, yeah, no, it's okay, man. I'm just saying that, like, it does seem to be a pattern where maybe, like, if 5, 6 people are watching, maybe 1 or 2 people will participate in the chat. Usually a lot of people who are on these lives just like to watch for whatever reason. They feel like they might be able to get something out of this. And that's kind of the goal. I want to see if people can get something out of this. Like, what do you want to learn from me? I will say this, though. I really do believe in swing trading, but not for your entire portfolio. I believe in swing trading for just about 20% roughly of your portfolio. The rest of your portfolio needs to be straight up left alone. Just like you buy whatever you buy and then you hold. You just hold it. A buy and hold mentality works like this. Let me use an analogy. Imagine whoever's imagining this right now. Imagine you are a real estate investor and you love to buy real estate, basically, right? Let's say I buy a $200,000 house. I'm writing this down just because it's fun to write things down. So I buy a $200,000 house. Well, that's good. I'm going to hold it. So when I buy the house, I'm holding the house. All right. Now I'm going to go look for more real estate. Oh, $400,000 house. Cool. I bought the house. I buy the house and I hold onto the house. Now my time frames for how long I hold on to these houses vary. There could be a 1-year window, 5-year window, a 10-year window, perhaps. It doesn't. You don't know. Everybody's different. Now the goal is, why would you have a deadline? Why would you have a time frame? You know what I mean. And it goes like this. And it goes like this. Hold on. I have to go to bed. It's 8. It's 8 here in Texas. I have to go. Hey, go to school. Hey, get that sleep, brother. Get that sleep. Go to school. Succeed. You. I don't know. I'm not really good at being a coach, but hey, find ways to win. And just remember, you got a whole group of people on the internet rooting for you to succeed. So, anyway, get that sleep, brother. Get that sleep. Well, that was Blake. He's got to go to bed. He is in 6th grade. Supposedly his parents gave him permission to watch this channel, so I just want to get that out of the way. No liabilities on this end. But to Blake's parents, you should watch more of my stuff before you don't want your. This is why I'm afraid of having kids watch my channel. The reason I'm afraid of having kids watch my channel is just because I don't want to be a bad influence. All right? I feel like I'm a bit of a bad influence in the sense that I don't think people should really necessarily live like me. I mean, the minimalist part's pretty good, but like, my sense of humor is a little out of place, and I'm kind of autistic, so I don't know if I'm necessarily a good role model. But hey, I'll take it. So I appreciate you, Blake. I appreciate your subscription. But hey, I'll try to stream tomorrow. All right. I'm going to probably be kind of busy tomorrow, but I'll try to stream. Okay. All right. But yeah, this is great. I love doing these simulcasts, by the way. These are so much fun. All right, so what else we got to talk about here, folks? We got to talk about anybody's got any questions, always feel free to ask them in the chat. As you all know, I'm very open. I try to be receptive. I might argue with you a little bit, though. I am an argumentative bastard if I disagree, but I try not to be too crazy. I try. Usually I'm pretty tame, though. 1 second, folks. It's Mussy Madness. Marshall Worthington says, you a Trumper? Fuck yeah, I am. Trump 2028? No. I know that he can't go a third term. He's getting too old, but yeah, huge fan of Donald Trump, man. I'm on the Trump train. I ain't gonna lie. I am a big fan of the whole tariffs. I think he's kind of backtracked a little bit on the tariffs. I'm kind of sad about that. But I'm hoping I really do want to see, I want to see more manufacturing jobs back in America. And, man, Trump, I do believe he is trying to fix America. Like what America has become is gotten a little sad. And I want to see us I want to see us as a great country again. And I still believe this country is incredible, by the way, just as a heads up. Like, I could never bash this country because I really sincerely love it. Let's see. Michael Worthington says, "You're the reason PlayStation is now 25% more expensive. I hate you." You should hate yourself for playing PlayStation, sucker. Yeah, look, things are going to get a little more expensive. Tariffs, look, at least you'll have a job, you son of a bitch. But then again, if you're just going to play video games, then maybe you don't want to work. I don't know. No, I'm just kidding. That's a little terrible. I like playing video games and I work all the time. I don't have much time to play video games, but I'm a PC gamer, so I'm I do trash talk console gaming. I love console gaming, but I do love PC gaming a little bit more. Actually, quite a bit more. I'm a mouse and keyboard kind of guy. It's not only PlayStation. Yeah, things will get a little more expensive. I mean, it's bound to happen, man. If it gets expensive, it gets expensive. The hell am I supposed to do? I'm 14. I don't know. Go outside. Why are there so many children watching this fucking channel? Pissing me off, man. Pissing me off. Oh, man. Anyway, yeah, if you want to hate me, all right, well, I don't like you either. Dude, look, if you understood anything about economics, which you probably don't because you're fucking 14, and look, I'm not an economics expert either, but tariffs are not necessarily bad. If we're trying to discourage outsourcing of manufacturing, tariffs are actually not the worst thing. If we want to get jobs back in the U.S., jobs that people can do, jobs that luckily you'll be able to have because you won't be fucking mooching. Look, either you'll be mooching off your parents until you're like however old because there's no work out there, or there will be work out there and you'll be able to actually have a life of your own. There's you know what I mean? I don't know. That's the way I look at it. And there's no, by the way, no shame in living with your parents. I'm just going to say that right now. I just know that I cannot live with my parents. That's one of those situations that's like, fuck that, dude. Fuck that. There's like 3 people watching. What do you mean? Yeah, well, you're one of them. I appreciate your watch time hours. It's more watch time hours for me. Hey, man, tell everybody about this show. Tell everybody how awful I am. Ooh. Yeah, really, no. Seriously. Please tell people about this show. Tell people that I'm like a terrible person or something. That's actually what I want. I need to be the villain. I love playing the role of the villain. I ain't gonna lie. It's kind of addicting. Even when I know I'm not. Just people love to be hyperbolic these days, so I kind of match people's energies. But back to what I was saying, though. There is no shame, by the way, living with your parents. I just want to make that very clear. What I'm trying to say is if you want the option to not have to, you'll at least want some sort of financial stability in your life. You know what I mean? You need options. So, and there's no, like I said, no shame at still living at home. Like, there's not a lot of options out there for housing. There's not a lot of options out there for jobs. I actually feel sorry for your generation if we don't get some form of purposeful work back so people can have income. And, we'll see what happens. But, hey, you know what, kid? You're not going to get cheap shit from China anymore, that's for sure. Marshall Worthington says he issued something on an island with no humans, only penguins. What? That's sick. Wait, are you saying that Trump took over an island? Badass. It's fucking sexy. Didn't you love me? Yeah, back to some of my analogies, man. I mean, when you're with the investing part of it, so if you're an investor, $200,000, $400,000, you buy some houses, right? Are you going to sell them immediately? No. You wait, you sit on it for a little bit. You see where the market goes, right? If the market goes down, then you try to, purchase real estate on the downturn. Try to get the best interest rate you can. Even if you have to get higher interest rates, just buying on a downturn for the housing market's great. I don't really know how to measure housing markets in my local area. I'm going to ask ChatGPT on that one, though. Let's see what ChatGPT tells me. How can I measure the housing market in my area? See, key metrics to track: median home price. Median home price shows whether prices are rising or falling. Compare month to month and year over year changes. Price per square foot helps you assess value relative to property size. This is so useful. I love ChatGPT, by the way. Teaches you things and researches shit for you. It's more useful than total price for comparing neighborhoods. Let's see. Yes. It's price per square foot's an interesting measurement, and then median home price. Inventory levels like active listings, like low inventory sellers market, high inventory buyers market, that sort of thing. Days on the market, that's in DOM, the average time a house stays listed before it sells. Falling DOM equals home selling fast, hot market. Sale to list price ratio, 100% equals homes selling for more than asking, strong demand. Under 100% equals price cuts, common in a cooling market. Rental yield, if investing, rent to price ratio, shows how much cash flow a rental might generate. New construction permits, more permits equals developers expect growth in demand. Foreclosure and delinquency rates, high rates could signal economic stress or declining values. Ooh. So local real estate sites are like Zillow, Redfin, Realtor.com, heat maps and local market trends, trend dashboards, government and public sources. Let's see, U.S. Census Bureau Building Permits Survey, FHFA, House Price Index, tracks regional and metro home prices, Bureau of Labor. Let's see. Yeah, honestly, it would be interesting to get a first-time home buyer loan. At a low interest rate, at least, hopefully. I mean, that would be tough. I don't even really know how to pull that off, if we're going to be quite honest. Ooh. Didn't you love me faster than the one? Marshall Worthington says, no, he did not take it over. He find an island with only penguins. That's fucking tight, dude. Let's see. Michael Worthington says, also, your internet is so bad. I sent a message 8 minutes ago, and it just got seen. You're more poor than your mom with OnlyFans. You're the number one DoorDash guester. Actually, I'm the number one DoorDash driver. Marshall, I will say this. You are a little turd full of hate. And if it were legal, I shouldn't, let's just say, I think you know what that means. But anyway, you're a little piece of garbage. And that's all. But hey, this isn't the first time I've had to trash talk a kid on this channel. But hey, man, I'm the one who's doing OnlyFans. I'm an OnlyFans model. And I'm proud of my work. Just kidding, by the way. I'm not proud of my work. Revolving service structure looking ass. Dude, you are a closeted homosexual. That is all. And there's nothing wrong with that. Can you give me a super chat, please? All I want is a super chat. All I want for Christmas is a super chat. Oh, baby. I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need. Give me a GD super chat, or I will end this stream. Friendly fire will not be tolerated. A super chat for what? The whole McDonald's menu? Dude, yes, please. That'd be fucking sick. I need some McRibs. I need a fucking Big Mac in my arse. I want it in my arse. I want it in my arse. Please give it in me in the arse. Oh, just give me a Big Mac in my arse. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing here. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. I don't belong here. All right, so I'm going to be doing... I'll be doing some music. All right, so I am going to end this stream. I'm going to end this simulcast, but I do plan on doing a little bit of music here in just a few moments. I appreciate it, G-Dog. Thank you. But I'll see you all in the next stream. We're going to end this stream, and we're going to go